Just seems to be enjoying it a bit more, and I'm enjoying it also quite a lot in the wet.
That
so let's see.
I'm sure with your history with Kimi Raikkonen, Toto's going to be absolutely ecstatic that you're in behind the two. What's your dad said to you after that phone call? Can I ask?
Toto called me.
He called you, did he? He called you directly?
Yeah.
And what did he say to you?
Well, not to me. He called my dad. So I was next to my dad when he called. So.
So you put it on speakerphone?
No, he went outside. I was watching TV, so I didn't want to get disturbed. So he went away. But nah, I mean, we're just talking about all this kind of stuff, and I think it's a bit over the top what they all said. I mean, it was not like that.
No.
I think we all want to race, and I think that's also what Mercedes wants at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to compromise your race, are you, for what's going on? It doesn't matter.
Well, imagine what Christian and Helmut will tell me if I do that.
Especially Helmut. In a rock and a hard place, aren't you?
Can we ask, once we've got you on this subject, how much advice your father does give you going into these race weekends? Because I was asking Nico the same question in his interview. Obviously, you know, he's got a World Championship at stake this year, and you might next year.
Well, the same like always, so not more, not less.
Do you listen to your dad or to your mum?
Depends on what.
About racing.
About racing,
your mum was.
well,
racing.
mainly my dad, because my mum is not so much involved.
That's the wrong answer.
No, she's there for the furniture and stuff. Just like, yeah. And good food.
Right, okay.
Yes.
Just finally though, tomorrow, what are your hopes here? Do you think that you can get? I mean, you're hoping there's going to be a bit of rain around. What's the radar telling you about tomorrow? The forecast?
It should be worse than today. So today we had a little bit of some drizzles. So let's see. Hopefully it will rain, because that's what I enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, just thinking back to Silverstone, you made that great move on Nico Rosberg. So you're praying for it, doing a little dance tonight, are you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, great stuff. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Don't be alarmed, but there's a large wolf looming behind you.
It's quite interesting listening to you, actually. Been here for 15 minutes.
Toto, can we ask you, straight into the business, of a phone call that you put in to Max's father, in which you said, please get your son to stay out of this fight. What were your reasons for doing that? Why did you feel that you must?
No, it was different. I have a very good relationship with Jos, and I'm a silent fan of Max, because I think Max is very good for Formula One. He races hard, and he's a character, and that's important these days. You don't want to, you need controversial personalities. And among my discussion with Jos was, first of all, I said, please come back to the races. I think you're somebody he probably listens the most, and there is a bit of a negative spin around Max because of his hard racing. People, tweak his words, and he's been caught out in certain situations. And you have been with him 20 years racing, so I think you're doing good if you are with Max. And I said this from a personal perspective, not as the Mercedes guy. And number two is that we talked through a situation. Imagine the fight goes down to the wire between Nico and Lewis, and there is a hard maneuver, and Max loses it and shunts into one of our guys, and the championship is over. He doesn't need that discussion. It's not necessary. It's just, I didn't say don't race them. I think it's important he races them, but just keep that tiny little margin of avoiding a collision, because that would be very controversial indeed for everybody.
If I was a team boss and had your line of communication, I would have done exactly the same thing. But I would also understand Christian Horner going, what are you doing talking to my driver's dad? And maybe if he rang Keke Rosberg up and started talking stories, you'd be a bit miffed about that. But my point would be, you tell somebody not to do something, like don't crash into us. It's a bit like saying don't think of a pink elephant, because the first thing that comes into your head is a pink elephant, isn't it? And if you don't race hard, if you think, even subconsciously it's in your head, then you're going to run into that car.
You know what, Martin? I couldn't care less. Honestly,
if he runs into one of your cars?
We have won the World Championship, and I want to keep it fair and straight, and whoever wins is completely irrelevant for me. I just want to have it a great season final and not have a lot of controversy because of another car causing a collision.